Hi everybody, I'd like to start off by saying these individuals to my left are Harry Debrunn, Nancy Miller-Wagner, and Glenn Nondorf. This is the history of Dyer, and this event is developed so that we can always cherish and remember what it was like in Dyer, what it was like in Glenwood, what it was like in Cherville, in Cedar Lake, in the Calumet region on the south side of the Lowell area, different areas. So I have a question that I'm going to start Nancy off with. Nancy, we had interviewed earlier and you had talked about your two friends in high school that you worked together with in developing how you came up with the new name for the high school. How did that work?
Well, we got an hour off of school. We didn't have to go to class that 1 hour. But we just came up with a name because in the Archie comic books, it was Central High School, so we just decided Dyer Central. Not a lot of imagination.
So you copied from the Archie comic books?
But then we found out later several other people use that too.
Oh.
So we were the ones that talked to Mrs. Boreas. She was in charge of that part of it. She was our teacher for government.
For government class.
And she was in my senior year, she was also the late girls, I can't think of what,
Like a dean?
Yeah, sort of.
Okay.
And that's how we got up.
That's interesting.
No
Harry,
interesting, but it wasn't very imaginary.
Harry, we had an opportunity to talk earlier, and I had put in the interview about you and your horses.
Yes, sir.
And you had mentioned to me on the phone, and I thought you could elaborate that you used to come to see shows. There were shows in Dyer.
Carol Jean Gettler had CJ Ranch. She could tell you exactly where it was at. She went to school with her. She had a couple acres. The rest of it was open ground. We would park our horse trailers in the open ground. Now you go by there, she's pegged in by houses. But yeah, quite a bit. I was just telling Nancy here that a few years ago, not that many years ago, a friend of mine hand-make saddles. I was at his shop. And he said, "Oh, and here's a saddle I'm making for Carol Jean Gettler." I said, "Oh." I said, "Carol Jean Gettler?" I said, "I went to her place when I was this high." He says, "Apparently she's still riding. She wanted me to make her a saddle." So I haven't seen her, but I was just astounded that here I was a beyond middle-aged man that we used to go there when we was 5 and 6 years old.
5 and 6 years old?
Yeah. That's where we started, how we started, or going there. But she'd have a couple shows a year. And the house was way in the back, as I recall, and the riding arena was in the front, and my parents were accomplished equestrians, and they showed there. So yeah, it's been a long time. But
wow.
I saw that Gettler doll there when I first came here, and I said, probably related to Carol Jean, but
sure.